Brandon Bryan. He's Harlem Capital's managing partner.
Fund won $40 million, but now your firm is managing, what, $174 million in assets.
What a day, huh? Today marks a big step ahead for us, hosting our first event in the Harlem Capital new HQ with one of our founders, Mitchell of Lava. Today we're going to talk about Claude AI, see what people are building, and we're going to see how we're going to build the next billion-dollar company in New York right out of our office. This is the first event at the Harlem Capital office. We're doing it. We're making it happen. This is the hard work of an investor.
We decide that we want to put the chairs somewhere else this year.
Okay. Your investor is basically your everything, right? We got to take out the trash. We got to pick up the Uber Eats. We got to figure out the pizza. We got to pick up the 300 things of chairs. We got to figure out the TV, where the TV goes. We got to print out the photos so that people can get the arrows to the right place. You just got to, it's all hands on deck. Trying to build a billion-dollar company, it's going to take a village. And we got a left. Oh, we're about to print them now, but just got them in. Running a company, running a fund, doing all the things to promote and to create, ordering chairs, Instacart, printing all arrows so that people can go to the right place. These are things you don't realize you're going to do when you're an engineer. You didn't know you're going to have to go over here and print off arrows.
They look good though, right? Did you open them yet?
I'm looking at them right now. They look great. Apparently it wasn't on. That's weird. Oh, that is why. That did it?
Yep, money.
Let's go. All right, so now you guys get to meet Mitchell, who is one of my favorite investments. I've been tracking Mitchell since pre-pandemic, I think 2017, 2018.
It's been a minute.
Since his first company, then his second company. Now this is technically his third company. He's also from Ohio, which we really love.
OH.
IO. So tell us about what Lava is, and then after that, we'll love to talk about why partner with Harlem and why host this event today.
Yeah. Well, Lava is pretty simple. We make it really easy to have one connection to every tool you use in your daily job directly in your agent. So whether you use Claude Code, Codex, ChatGPT, your own custom agent, anywhere where you can connect an MCP, you can connect Lava. What that does is it takes you beyond the chat. Most people right now, the way they use an agent is they just ask it questions. But imagine if not only you could ask it questions, you could get access to proprietary data and then also send that information in Slack or Teams or in an email. Well, right now you can't do that until you can connect all those sources. Lava is one gateway, one connection to do all of that.
Yeah, I'm super excited about everything. So today's event is called Claude on Steroids. If you want to supercharge your Claude, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who are leveraging ChatGPT, Codex, Claude, etc. So what does that mean to you mentally?
Yeah.
And then we'll go into, why you're hosting it here at the new office.
Well, our goal is to make it so that where we see the world going, we think everyone is going to do their work from a base agent. Many people are picking Claude as their base agent. Many people are picking Codex, ChatGPT as their base agent. What we want to do is make it very, very simple for you to never leave the tool.
Okay.
Right now, people are switching between their CRM, their communication platform, their email, their proprietary data sources, Excel, and there's no ability to do that all from just Claude.
Yeah.
And the way you get Claude to go from just chat to being, as we say, on steroids, is being able to connect those sources very easily and use them anywhere. And that's really what we're going to be showing people today. I think the thing I love, and one of the reasons why we actually picked to do it here at Harlem with you guys is because at the end of the day is you guys have one of my favorite sayings out there, which is all winners welcome.
All winners.
And that's just not founders, right? That's like professionals. That's students. That's anyone who's trying to actually understand how do I use AI in my job better? It's not just for the folks in Silicon Valley or in these specific places that understand how to use these tools. Winners can be anywhere. And you know what we want to show people is these tools can make your job much more effective and much more efficient and much more productive today. And that's why we want to do it.
Let's go. So we're super excited about this first event. I've been doing honestly everything. We've been moving chairs. We got a new stereo system. We got mics. We're like moving garbage around. We got drinks for folks, pizzas. We're
I
on
think we're
live.
ready to go.
We're-
I think we got this on lock. And you know, I think that's the other reason why we love you guys here is we knew, you know, this is our first kind of like hosted event of this style, and we knew you guys just roll up your sleeves. And I think that's the thing we always love is like, you know, first of all, the office is like beautiful, but more importantly is the help and the care you guys give when we're trying to do these things is
Dude,
great.
we're
And
trying
so
to be.
I appreciate you every single day.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Now, here's the other thing about this event is that there was 50 to 60 people who signed up, and then there's a wait list of over 150. So these guys are doing another event tomorrow because of so many people they want to get their Claude on steroids.
Everybody wants to do it. So we had to do a night one, night two type of approach. So we're excited to see you guys either on night one or night two. But don't worry if you miss both. You can
We're gonna
always
do it
come to
again.
the next one.
We're
You're gonna
running
run
back.
it back. There we go. We know how it's going.
Appreciate it, boss.
Awesome, man.
Let's go.
Out of the box, most people only use ChatGPT, Codex, Claude. They use them just like a chat interface. And there's a lot of power in that. A chat interface is what we call is non-deterministic. All that means in very simple words is you can ask it to do a lot of things and it can try to figure it out. And that's a very different way to do your job. The way we're used to tools working is you do something one time, you have to hook up a bunch of tools, you have to tell the tools exactly how to work, and you've never been able to really do it in what we call natural language. All that means is just telling it what you want it to do as if it was truly like a real live human assistant right next to you. So don't worry. Today, we're going to make sure that there's a lot for everyone to get out. If you have questions, this is a working session. So if you have questions, just raise your hand. Even if you're on the Lava team and you have questions, raise your hand. I might be a little bit concerned, but you know, it is what it is. So please ask questions away. Our goal is to make it so that you guys can also come out of here with a workflow or two that you can start using to build off of in your own practice. That work? You guys see it? All right. Most of you probably have used Claude or OpenAI one time. You've maybe used it on what we call Claude AI. That means just on the internet. You might have used Claude Desktop. But what we're going to really be focusing on today is how do you use Claude with tools? Who here knows what Slack is? Right? Everybody knows what Slack is. Okay, great. A tool call is just saying send a message in Slack. That's all a tool call is. And the way this actually works under the hood is there are these things that you don't even need to worry about it. Don't worry, Lava takes away a lot of this complexity. They're called APIs. All an API is it is a programmatic way for computers to talk to each other and tell them to do things. So when you say send a message, all that does on Slack is there is what is called an API that is told from this call to send a message that has this body in it. Workflows is the advanced stuff. We'll see if we have time to get to this today. Depending on where the room gets by the end of the working session, we might do workflows. Workflows are pretty powerful because what they allow you to do is do things on a schedule. So have you guys heard of Claude Cowork? Okay. A lot of people think what is the difference between Claude Chat and Claude Cowork, right? It's kind of weird. They're merging together over time, but they are different. One of the things that we're going to show you today is how to first start with workflows that are transportable. We're going to show you how to do workflows in Lava and some of the value of that. It's a little bit more natural the way you do it. You just talk to Claude, you then debate on what you want to get done, and then you can just save it as a workflow. And then what you can then do is actually then take that workflow, throw it into Cowork, and put it where it does something at a certain time every day. So if you wanted to give an email update to your suppliers every day on, hey, we need to add this supply, and this supply because we're for our coffee shop business, you could do that. Or if you want to check the markets every morning, hey, I want to get a briefing from the market on these stocks every day at 7 a.m., right? You can do that. And a couple of things it can't do, and it's important for you guys to know why it can't do these things and what that looks like. One of the things that it's really not great at doing out of the box is pulling from real data sources. What Claude does is this thing that we call in the technology world called fetching. It's a web search, right? But a web search does not allow you to access proprietary information. It doesn't allow you to access things that are not easily accessible on the web. We want you guys to sign up for Lava and connect Claude Code. So all you got to do is go to www.lava.so/signup. And there's a little onboarding process that'll help you connect some of your tools. So you guys have all talked about tools that you kind of want to connect, and we should be able to help you guys connect those and get started.
So I asked Lava the weather right now in New York City. I have my phone now. And I asked Claude the same thing in time, and Lava actually got it completely correct. That's dope.
Open, because it's in what it's doing is open. We're just using the data, and so the whole thing is where this gets really powerful is there's just always going to be like, do you want to connect open media, open weather to no, you're not going to probably want to do that, but you do that one time where you do want to use it. You want to be able to just make sure it all works very, very well. And that's really what we're trying to make sure is happening is like, okay, here is the things that you're doing over and over again. How do we make that very clean?
Rob, thanks for coming out today.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. It's awesome,
It's
man.
good to see
I
you.
love it. Yeah.
So wanted to talk a little bit about what made you come to the event today, and then were there any takeaways? I know we were like troubleshooting
For sure.
your 3 different Claude accounts.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's
We're
getting
testing.
after it.
We're
When
testing.
you got 3 different Claude accounts, I thought I was big deal with 2. So curious what made you come out to the event and like what was the experience?
Well, one, I think for me, what really made me come out was I've been a little hesitant, honestly, to really start tinkering with the platform. And I felt it was nice to come to a place where I could be in a community of other people who also are a little bit, they want to play around, but a little bit nervous, but go through a guided experience that's structured. And then also have an opportunity to hear about a new company that's within the AI space, right? Like Lava is building platforms to help people leverage the foundational models, which is a new industry, right? It's a whole new space. So to have an opportunity to understand what Lava is more about, and then also dig into Claude in a deeper way, I'm leaving more confident in the ability for me to test,
Got it.
which is really helpful. Thanks again for hosting this. This is incredible. And again, it made me feel a lot more confident in testing. And I would love to come to another one. You know,
Yeah,
if
we're gonna
these
host
happen
more
again,
events.
I think these are the types of things to really help people who are on the other side of the chasm, you know, like crossing the chasm to figure out this is something for them. And use cases that are more personal than professional, I think are also really helpful as well.
Hi, brother. I appreciate you.
Brandon. Thank you, man.
All right. So, how do you think the event went?
The event went extremely well. It was our first event in the office. I was very nervous. Like, are people going to show up? Are they going to have a hard time finding the office, finding the address, this, that, another? Are they going to come late? But it ended up being really good. I had a chance to learn more about Claude Code myself. It was awesome to like partner alongside of one of our portfolio companies. And lastly, I think so many people came away with a new realization of how they can leverage Claude. I think the last thing I'll say, and I talked about this a little bit earlier, like the future of networking is instead of going somewhere and consuming, you're gonna go somewhere and build. And that makes me want to like bet on humans even more. Everyone's thinking that AI is gonna replace folks, but I have a hunch that humans are gonna be building, creating, adding to the world more than we think in the future. And today was like a clear understanding and a clear realization of that coming out. So what I would say to you guys, think about it. What are you doing? What are you building? How can you find one of these events wherever you live? Or should you be the person that starts these events where people are coming with their laptops, looking to build something in Claude Code, lovable, replit, and how are you adding to the future of humanity?